Hey guys!
Hey!
Welcome back. It's been a long time since we've had
head.
a live. Should I move this down?
Just a little.
Let's try it.
Oh, there I have a body.
Is that better?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So he went live last time because where was I?
I think you were helping a mama.
Oh, I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yep, helping a birth. So he had to go it on his own.
We talked a whole lot of string of movies.
Did you announce our new month then?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. So this month, April, is natural disasters.
Dun, dun, dun.
One of our favorite themes.
Earthquake!
He's cute.
Am
That's
I?
a good thing. So natural disasters is our theme for April. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. We love natural disaster movies, and there's so many that could fall under this category. So we have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, so I tried to give the title as to the kinds of movies that we would be watching. So kind of like lions, tigers, and bears. It was tornadoes, volcanoes, and earthquakes.
Oh my.
It could be could be an epidemic. It could be Armageddon style, world is ending kind of thing.
Yep.
Along those lines.
Yes. So we did have a couple movies that we finished. Well, one, I guess, that we finished up with for March because it was kind of a split week. So it was partial March, partial April. So we have one that I guess I watched and you didn't.
Yep. And
Okay.
it sounds like I need to check it out.
It is really good. It's called The Space Between Us from 2017.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this one is about this group of astronauts that were sent to Mars. While they were on Mars, one of the astronauts had a baby. So this boy was born on Mars and had some medical complications. But long story short, he ended up making his way to Earth on his own. So he took a little shuttle and made his way back to Earth because he had met a girl online. So he wanted to connect with this girl. So teenage boy, girl, he wants to go meet her in person, right? So you can imagine. Nothing was going to stop him from going to meet this girl, including him being from Mars.
Did he
coming to Earth?
Did he run into Matt Damon while he was on Mars?
No.
Are there people living on Mars then?
They were living in a spaceship on Mars.
On Mars.
So they were able to go out in their spacesuits and walk on Mars and all of that. I love that movie. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. So anyway, he goes to Earth, but he finds out that his medical condition, his heart condition, can't handle the gravity on Earth. So it's starting to kill him instantly as soon as he got onto Earth. He didn't want to do the surgery that they wanted him to do. So after meeting this girl, he ends up, they end up deciding that she shows him all the things, all the cool things that were cool for her and that she wanted to show him.
Like Spam?
And then he,
Like Spam?
No.
Pizza? The
Sights.
Beach? The beach? Oh, okay.
So then they both decided that he needed to return to Mars so he could survive. So
Wow.
he was dying. So they made took a shuttle out of the atmosphere on a whim.
Was he able to get around on his own at that point? Or did he need assistance walking around?
He was getting to the point where he couldn't. I mean, he was literally dying. His heart was stopping.
Wow.
And they got him up out of the atmosphere. And as soon as they did that, he started to recover.
Just because of the gravity, huh?
Yeah, it was too much on his heart with his heart condition. So
it is a little lighter on Mars.
So anyway, there's a lot more to the story. There's a story about what happens to the girl, then that continues after that, what happens to him, and how they kind of stay connected without being together. So you got to watch it to find out the end. It's really, really good. A definite watch movie. I don't know how it's only a 6.4 on IMDb. I think it should be rated much higher than that. I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really good.
Wow. Okay. So I got to see that one sometime.
That's a good one. Yes.
Something is up with the IMDb rating on
the TV.
Like streaming services.
Yeah,
versus, I think Prime.
Yes.
Because Prime shows the star out of 10 rating with the IMDb logo next to it. But then when you check the app or the website,
it doesn't match up.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, something wonky's going on there.
Yep.
So from now on, we're going to go by what it says on the app, not what the TV tries to tell us. Anyway, so then the next 2 movies are our natural disaster movies. So yay.
Earthquake.
You say pizza. No. Get me on the floor.
Got me on the floor. Ha. Had you in stitches.
Okay. Real though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Twisters. So it's the remade version, I guess, of the old Twister movie with Helen Hunt. So
or
this
it's a continuation because there was the invention.
I think it's I think it's meant to be a remake, but thankfully they didn't try to.
They didn't replicate
use the
story.
same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's different. So it's from 2024. So just last year. I heard mixed reviews about it. There were some people that slammed it because they said there's no way that you can be as good of an actress as Helen Hunt and try to replace her, blah, blah, blah. So if you look at this movie with the idea that it's not trying to take the place of the original Twister, but that it's a different story, similar. So really the only thing that was the same about the 2 movies is there are storm chasers and there's Dorothy.
And so Dorothy was the invention from the original one. And there's always a bit of hesitation to see these films when they are remakes because remakes are the trend nowadays.
Yes.
And, Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton from the original were a great pairing on screen. And I think that who's the guy this time? I'm thinking of his Top Gun name. But yeah. I can't even think of that.
He plays in so many movies.
Hangman. It's Hangman.
His name is Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Glenn Powell. And I don't know the lead actress.
Daisy Edgar Jones.
Okay, I'm not sure
I don't
where else
know
I might
that
have
I've seen her. I don't know what. Let's see.
But those 2 were a great pairing on screen too. And I think this movie was pretty refreshing and it had really cool tornado. They depicted the tornado with some it looked real, and the camera angles that they caught, the different scenarios that they put them in, pretty impressive. I think this one would have been fun to watch in the movie theater because of the volume and what you see on screen and the grandiosity, is that a word?
Yeah.
Of the tornado and the flat landscape of Oklahoma. It would have been pretty cool to see in the theater.
Yeah, so she's in War of the Worlds.
Oh, the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds?
And she's also in Where the Crawdads Sing. So that would be some popular ones you may have seen her in.
The War of the Worlds movie is much older.
So 2019 to 2022, so a series.
Oh, that's not the Tom Cruise one. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a series, I guess. And then Normal People is another big one she's in.
Okay.
Anyway, but yes, you've seen him in the Top Gun movie,
and you kind of have a little bit of dislike for for Glenn Powell's character in the beginning.
In the very beginning,
it develops into something really cool.
Yeah, and pretty quickly too. You quickly kind of get the idea that he's just putting on this facade, but really, deep down, he's a good guy.
Because he was initially introduced as the YouTube personality who's just a popular storm chaser.
So kind of a joke, really. But he ended up being kind of a good guy and had a good heart and had, some good things to accomplish.
And he had similar.
Well, you had to switch the title. It's not Space Between.
Oh yeah.
Twisters.
I guess he had an instinct much like the lead actress did, too. So that was kind of their similarity.
Yeah. So in the beginning, they didn't think they were gonna get along with each other, but you quickly saw that changed, and
Yeah.
they realized that their intents were the same.
And it was nice to see that because there was a tragedy with her friends, with a sole survivor, or two, I guess they both two survived out of the 5.
The beginning of the movie, starts with death
puts
off the bat.
Which is what you expect from a disaster movie. It puts you right in the action, which
into
is
the emotions away.
A little bit different than a movie we started watching this morning that we haven't finished yet, so I have some hope for it. But anyway, there was a little bit of conflict with one of her friends in the beginning, and what she discovered, why he was into the storm chasing business, but there was a little bit of resolution there, so that was cool.
Yeah. So it ended up being really good. But don't try to compare it to the original Twister. It's not like one is not like the other.
It's a fresh take on the movie.
Yeah. So it was really good. We've seen a lot of, like he was saying, we've seen a lot of remakes lately that just kind of crapped out. They didn't do a very good job remaking them because they tried to do it exactly the same with new actors and actresses, which that generally does not go over well. So if you have new, clean, fresh ideas and maybe a similar title, that generally goes over better, and it's taken better, I think, by most people.
Yep.
They don't want a replacement of a good movie that they've enjoyed.
Want a fresh story.
They want a fresh story.
Fresh story.
Yeah. We're included. That's us. We want fresh stories. We're sick of the stupid remakes. All the 10 million Spider-Men. Come on, give us a break. We want something new. Design up a new superhero.
Or how about the Disney's recent release of Snow White?
That's got
the lowest score on IMDb.
I told him I want to watch it just so we can bash it.
Oh man!
Really, just so we can bash it live.
Time we never
we don't
get
even
back.
right. We don't even have
any
any desire to watch it. I don't know.
Time.
So we'll see. We'll see if we'll grace you with our review on that one.
We want to watch the good movies so that we can deliver those talks to you.
Yes, it's clear that Snow White movie is trash with the 1 out of 10 star rating on IMDb.
Literally, yeah. Okay. Oh, what was your rating?
Rating this one. Twisters.
9 for me.
I think so too. I think it's way up there. So 8.5 to a 9 out of 10 for me. Also,
there you go.
It's really good. The next one is a classic, Castaway from 2000. If you have not seen Castaway, it's a must. So this is a different spin on a natural disaster, right? So
2000?
Yeah, from 2000.
What?
I know.
2000.
So yeah, 25 years old.
And the movie that came on after that was Forrest Gump, which is slightly older.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We didn't watch that all the way through. But this one is kind of a different spin because it's just a storm. It's a bad storm, right, that caused a catastrophe. So
yes.
It's not a super dramatic earthquake that destroys the earth kind of natural disaster, but it's a typical one that you could experience.
Storm in the middle of the ocean.
If you're on an airplane, it could happen. So we've watched this one a million times, and I think it's always been a favorite of mine. I like Tom Hanks as an actor. I think he's a really good actor, and I think in this case, since he's really the sole actor through most of the movie, you have to be a good actor in a movie like that.
He can really pull it off. A lot of his earlier films were probably comedy or romantic comedy. Like Sleepless in Seattle or Big.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, and in this one, majority of the movie, he is by himself. So he has no one to play off of. No one to... it's just him. And Wilson.
And Wilson. Yeah, Wilson was a great actor. I don't know if he's credited or not. I would have liked to see the set for how they pulled off the plane disaster. That would have been pretty interesting to see how they
behind the scenes of that. Yeah, maybe we should try to find that.
It's pretty. It's really convincing looking, and his life on the island, the things that he experienced. Things that he's not used to hearing, like falling coconuts.
Right.
Kind of startling him.
And the things that would scare you that are just common things that are there. But it's the first time you're hearing them and the first time you're experiencing it. So it would be traumatic to have that big of a change in your life.
And 4 years. 4 years had passed, which is a really long time to be by yourself. And, you know, we watched the reality show, probably the most realistic reality show.
Sweet as Fire. I recommend this movie. Yes, a 10 out of 10.
What's
Beautiful
fire
movie.
mean?
Fire means it's amazing.
We watched the History Channel's survival movie Alone, where these contestants have to survive with a few basic tools for a last man standing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And even though, I think I mentioned this before, even though some of them were thriving and comfortable, the loneliness,
the
got
psychological part of it, they couldn't handle.
and they tapped out and they wanted to go home. So 4 years, kind of like The Martian. He was stuck there for 500 Martian days, I guess.
Yeah, that's a long time. Oh, that's a long time.
Long time to be by alone and to try to survive.
But he gardened with his own poop.
He did. He did. And Tom Hanks managed to start a fire, which was one of the best scenes in the movie.
And he was so excited just to see the
excited.
excitement on his face. The achievement, the accomplishment that he made just in that small scene was...
Yeah, I wonder what the reaction of the rest of the filming crew were like once he finished that scene.
I don't know, but he's really good at displaying emotion like that.
Really well-known
really
scene.
Good. Yeah.
And his, what do they call that when the actors just start talking to himself? This is when he makes it back. I almost said back to Earth. Back home, talking to his friend, and after he had been rescued. And is it a soliloquy where he's just kind of talking by himself?
I guess so, yeah, because he was so used to doing that.
Yeah.
And I think the funny thing is, too, when he got back, what they served him.
Seafood of all things.
Of course. Let's feed a guy seafood that lived off of seafood for 4 years.
It's a nice writer's touch to the
Gross.
story. That's creative.
But I mean, that I could see that happening because they're wanting to give him the best and the expensive stuff, but
and
that's
yeah,
the stuff
good
that he...
seafood is tasty.
Yeah. So, great movie. A definite 10 out of 10 for acting, for originality, for just feeling the feeling that he had while there. So
Very rewatchable.
yes.
I could watch this every week.
Yeah.
So I also give it a 10.
We probably watch it once a year, if not more than that. So that was Castaway from 2000. So there you go. That's the 3 movies we have this time. No, we didn't get a whole lot of time to watch movies this time.
Should we tease what's coming on Tuesday, or do we normally?
No.
We don't do that. Okay.
But the one on Tuesday is a holdover from last month's theme. We didn't quite get it finished. We're going to finish it up today so that we can review all of it in its entirety. So that will be our Tuesday feature.
And we've already got another disaster one queued up that we started today. So we're going to see how many movies we can get in this week. And
I have a day off work, so we may get some extra
more
ones in. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. And you may see a pop-up live now and then if we find a really great movie and we just can't wait to talk about it. You might see us pop up in the middle of the night or whatever, wanting to talk about it right away. He did that the other night and had a great...
Last week I talked about how we've been really busy, and so after watching our latest episode was the really bizarre movie Skinamarink, and instead of sitting down and gathering video clips and talking about it, I just got on my phone and started talking about it, went live, and we had 30-something viewers, and I had the phone close to me, so I didn't see people chatting.
Yeah, so we're sorry about that, but we try to get on and chat with you guys if you get on and chat. My favorite character is Wilson. Yes,
Wilson is great.
Wilson is a great character.
Until he died.
Right.
What a tragedy.
Yeah. He even had hair and everything. I mean, Wilson was great.
But you could buy him at the store now, so.
You can. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Oh, and don't forget.
Like
the video.
Subscribe and ding it.
Ding it. Smash, subscribe, and ding.